Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 534 for March 20th, 2016. This is the first day of spring, but it kind of is not, because I think they're trying to say that the first day of spring is tomorrow on the 21st, but nonetheless, for all intents and purposes, this is the first day of spring. Even though it's kind of snowing, look, it is what it is, man. You know, now, the first day of spring is supposed to be the warmest day of the year. It doesn't always work out that way, but nonetheless, the sun always shines. I mean, that big ball of fire in the sky, you know what I mean, that heats up the atmosphere. Tonight, I want to talk to y'all about when people go back to other people that you may not like and tell them everything that you said, but then they come to you with everything that the people that you don't like said. You know, basically, they play both sides of the fence. And people like this can't really be trusted because, you know, number one, you should be able to trust your friends. You should be able to, you know, maybe you don't need to be able to give them the keys to the safe, but you do need to be able to trust the information that you share with them. You know, that they won't go back and tell the cops or tell your mom or tell your spouse or tell this person or that person or whatever and tell all your business. Some things are of a sensitive nature and you don't want to put out there like that. And when you're around your friends, you think that certain things are sacred or at least safe. So when you're dealing with somebody that doesn't really have that much loyalty to them, you're dealing with somebody that really just likes to share information. You know, and you have a lot of people like that. They feel like they're the man because they're the go-to guy when you need information. Basically, they're like gossipers. They're nosy and they're always in somebody's shit, but they don't mind sharing. So you have like Wendy Williams, and then you have male Wendy Williams. You know what I mean? Wendell Williams, I guess you could call her. And it's a terrible thing, too, because, you know, some of us get caught up in keeping people like that around us because we want to hear what our enemies are saying. And even though we know that these kind of people are going back and telling our enemies what we said, we figure all we have to do is not share with them no real good information or any accurate information. And then we'll be able to get what we need because our character flaw is of a nosy nature, and we just will do anything to get some information. And a lot of it comes out of that old saying, keep your loved ones close, keep your enemies closer, keep your friends close, keep your enemies close. Anyway, that's a dumbass saying. And I'm gonna tell you why it's stupid. That's a stupid thing to do because why would you want your enemies close to you where they can harm you? Now, people don't like to look that deep into it when it comes to that, but that's really what you have to ask yourself. Why would you put your enemy in a position to be able to touch you? They need to change the whole thing around and say, keep your friends close and keep your enemies on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, then keep them on the East Coast. You know? Well, have your enemies close to you. So if you know you're dealing with somebody that's a snake, somebody that tries that straddles the fence, basically somebody that's a mercenary as far as their friendship is concerned, but then you owe it to yourself to distance yourself away from those kind of people. And if you don't want to distance yourself away from those people, then you have to resolve to the fact that you are part of the problem as well. And it's cut and dry. It's not a hard thing to understand. It ain't no big deal. You know, if you're dealing with somebody that is running back telling everybody about the things that they saw you do, the things that you talked to them about and all of that, you're dealing with a snake. You're dealing with a snake. And if you want to go ahead and play with snakes, because some people play with snakes. You see them in the summertime, they got the snake around their neck and all of that kind of shit. You do anything for attention. And that's what people who share information do. They like attention. They like to be that go-to guy. Like when you want to be in the know about something, you can go to them because they're in the know. And the reason that they're in the know is because they play both sides of the fence. They don't have no loyalty. They don't have no loyalty. I think it's hard to deal with a person that don't have no loyalty. But that's what I think personally. It is what it is. And what that is a bad thing. Now, if that person is you, then you got to kind of check yourself. If you know you're not the type of person that's really close with a lot of people, whatever, well, then you might be that one that plays both sides of the fence. And it may be justifiable to you in your mind because you might feel like, well, shit, I don't know either side, like all of that. They ain't my homeboys, homegirls. I ain't grow up with them like that. Shoot. You know, I ain't know them. I ain't know them before this or that, whatever. And when the smoke clears, I can still go over here. Because people who share information, as two-faced as they may seem and as disloyal as they may act, they'll always find somewhere to chill because they share information. People like hearing that shit. Even people say they don't like it. A lot of them like that shit, and you see them getting close to people like that. You can't say that you don't like something that you constantly keep around you. That's like saying I don't like the drama. I don't like no drama, but you always in some shit. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And like I said, be wary of the people who play both sides of the fence because they can really, really harm you if they get close enough to you. And thinking that they're not going to be able to get close to you because you think that you've protected yourself. No, you leave your enemy close to you, then you are unprotected. Look at Tupac, look at Biggie. If you want to take it to the hip-hop realm. It's as simple as that. The first annual, no, it's not, forget about annual. The first spring cleaning event is this Saturday, March 26th. Make sure y'all come through. We going back out in the woods. We going hiking. This shit is going to be the bomb. I can't wait. And I hope y'all can make it out there too. 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Philadelphia, Rittenhouse Street and Wissahickon Avenue. That's where we meet. That's where we launch. And it's going to be the bomb. I'll see y'all on the 26th, 10 a.m. Holla back. Peace.